Hello, my name is Audrey and I'm an academic coach here at CU Boulder, and today I want to talk about office hours. So I'm sure you've all heard people pressing office hours is so important, go to office hours. I'm sure you're probably sick of this message. But I do want to reiterate it because it's not just empty advice. It's really true. It's really important, and it's actually backed by data. The university surveyed students who have a 3.7 or above GPA and asked them what the most helpful resource was for their success. Guess what it was? Office hours. So I'm here to push that message even more and to give you some tips for how to go about office hours if you're not quite sure how to embrace it. So my number one tip for how to enhance your office hours experience is one, to figure out the details as early as possible. Ideally the first week of the semester, but really whenever it works for you. So to go through each syllabi and write down every date, time, location of office hours and put it in your planner or whatever resource that you use kind of on a daily basis. So then you can have that information at a moment's glance and kind of go into office hours as soon as you feel like it might be helpful. Two, sometimes the office hours schedule just doesn't work for us, right? We're busy, we have other things to do. So if that is the case, know that you definitely can email or call your professor and let them know that you have a conflict with their office hour time. And they are really open to rescheduling with you. So offering a few times, saying Tuesdays, 12 to 4 is a really great time for me. Could we meet for 20 minutes? And that's a really great way to move forward if you do have a scheduling conflict. One thing to just be aware of, it's never too early to go into office hours. I meet with a lot of students who say that they want to wait to go to office hours until they have a question or until they feel like they're struggling. And while that can make sense, I think it can also be really positive to go in when you're feeling confident. So then you can establish that relationship with the professor right away. And then in the future, if you do start to struggle or you do have more specific questions, you can feel more confident because you know the professor knows that you're really invested in the course. Also, it's never too late. So even if you're, towards the end of your college career and you haven't really used office hours, this is a great time to try it out. Or if you're at the end of a semester and finals are coming up and you have a few questions, it's also a really great time. Professors love to interact with students, and so many times office hours are underutilized. And so professors just love when students can come in at whatever point works for them. Another tip is to be prepared. This is really important and going to really help you kind of not just go to office hours, but to kind of get the best out of that experience as possible. So a lot of times what I recommend to students, especially if they're nervous about office hours, is to, before you go in, write a few questions. So specific questions of information that you would like to get from the professor. So rather than broad, vague questions like, how can I do better in the test? That's pretty vague, and it doesn't really allow the professor to give you individualized advice on your situation. So a better way to phrase that could be saying something like, I'm really feel confident in this kind of area, in this content, but this idea or this concept I'm really confused about. Could you please explain it in your own words to make sure I'm understanding it? Or could I explain it to you so you can correct me if I'm wrong at all? Another great thing to ask is, hey, this is how I prepared for my last exam. I did X, Y, and Z. Do you have any other strategies that you know works really well for the content of this course? The more specific your questions are, the more specific the answers you'll get back, and the more kind of specific to you it will be. Yeah, so if you remember these tips, this will definitely help you get the most out of office hours. And good luck, and I hope that you're doing well. For more information about skills related to attending office hours, or to schedule an appointment with an academic coach, email us at asacademiccoaching@colorado.edu.